Hello, beautiful people. Today we will be reacting to Mariah the Scientist, Heart Sold Separately. I only have a few tracks by her that I genuinely would recognize if I heard them, and they are off of her To Be Eaten Alive album, Heaven is a Place on Earth. I love that song, and off her Rai Rai World album, To You. I'm sure those are her popular songs. I don't know too much about her as an artist. I know that I don't know if she still is, was dating Young Thug. One thing about me, I don't really care for Young Thug. I never have, never will. He's just not, to me, he's very annoying. He's very, just not clicking for me. But this isn't about him. This is about her, and I shouldn't clump them up together. That being said, we're going to be reacting to her Heart Sold Separately album. The first track on this is titled Sacrifice. Let's see what it is. By the way, opening tracks, they vary for me on this channel. They either get a star right away or they don't, and they grow on me. That's just how it works. So if it doesn't click for me right off the bat, it's no big deal, but there is still some weight to an opening track. Let's begin. This is a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. For some reason, I was expecting like dom, 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 dom. She has a very, very pretty voice. I'll say that. It's been 300 days since I got stuck in your maze. I'm all out of places to run. That's very beautiful. I like that. Very, very vivid imagery so far, which I fuck with. I'm all out of pages to turn, so I'll read this out loud. This is actually very pretty. Tell me I'm falling for someone who saved me from myself. There's no shame in finding that kind of security in another person, but I also want to say that it is most potent and important that it comes from you first, if not you alone. I just wanted to put that narrative out there. Very repetitive theme I've been getting in all these albums is leaning on another shoulder very heavily to help you figure yourself out, to quote unquote, like she just said, save her from herself. So I just want to put that out there. Like I said, no shame in that, but it's very important you try and discover that for yourself. That's something you can offer yourself. To the others, hope you can forgive me. Found another and now he's the ending. I mean, well, I'm single for 2 years, but one day. Lyrically, I thought it was nice. Sonically, I thought it was gorgeous. Would I put a star next to Sacrifice as of right now? No. But if this is setting the tone and the vibe for the album, I could definitely see it getting a star in the future. That being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into United Nations plus 1,000 Ways to Die. I'm intrigued. Oh, she really has a beautiful voice. I'm not really one to shy away from topics on this channel as of now. I like to be open about my faith. I am a Christian, but that doesn't mean I judge or respect anyone less for what they believe in if they're not that. I want to make that very clear. I just thought it was very pretty lyrically where she's leading us with that opening. It was a lot of religious imagery. Can't you see the world needs saving? Now where's the love? It ain't out in the streets. Oh, I like this. Definitely playing into the cover art of the little army figure. Oh shit, I'm excited. Smooth. You know, I do want to say right off the bat, it is very weird to follow a song like United Nations with A Thousand Ways to Die. I don't really understand the combining of the two. I feel like United Nations could have stood on its own, and then it could have added A Thousand Ways to Die onto another track on this album. It just seems like if you're gonna make any kind of like political statement, you shouldn't really merge it with a song about being in love with a womanizer. So, but you know, I mean, to each their own. I'm not Mariah the Scientist. I'm not the one who's been doing this for years on end. So I could be so off on that opinion. Higher, shout out Rihanna. I know I talk my shit, but this sound good. Oh, this is toxic as fuck. This man is treating her like he don't want any. From what I'm perceiving first listen. I'm sorry, I'm just stumbling over my words today, but she's talking about waiting through every life ever for this guy who I'm assuming wants nothing to do with her, and I'm kind of like on that. I'm a little bit. It's always the pretty women going after the ugliest motherfuckers. Quote that. It's so pretty sounding though. Very pretty vocal run. Well, that was United Nations plus A Thousand Ways to Die. I'm still reeling from my whiplash that she gave me following that subject with that subject. So I wouldn't put a star next to it right now, but I thought it sounded pretty, especially A Thousand Ways to Die. I really don't even, I couldn't even tell you what United Nations sounded like as of right now after the first listen, which is not a terrible thing, but not ideal. But, you know, it could grow on me. It's very weird joining of songs. All right, we are on track 3, Eternal Flame, not to be confused with Eternal Sunshine by the great Ariana Grande. You know, I'm reading ahead, and I will say that her lyricism is very nice. Ooh, one thing I forgot to point out in track 1, Sacrifice, it was her and one other person in the writing credits. That didn't really follow into the United Nations plus A Thousand Ways to Die, which is fine, but I just want to point out that I really appreciate whenever I come across a song like that. You know, written by the artists themselves, and only them. Okay, I am assuming from what I've read so far that this is about finally pushing past a shitty relationship and coming to whatever you believe in. To her, it sounds like she's very involved with nature. But she it sounds like these two people just keep coming back together, unfortunately, which is not ideal. When you leave someone, you should probably leave it in the past, unless you both grow very much and can consider maybe even thinking about being in a relationship again. But let's keep going. Starting to think this thing is an eternal flame that burns for us. Sometimes you gotta put it out though. Stayed so persistent with all my lies, you grew suspicious I couldn't hide. What are you hiding? Your feelings? But that wouldn't make sense because she's vocalizing that they keep coming back together like an eternal flame. So I'm like, what the fuck did she do? I don't know. I'm trying to force myself to vibe with it, but sonically it's not really clicking. Track 3, Eternal Flame. Would not put a star next to it. I think the chorus was a little underwhelming for me, and sonically it wasn't really itching anything for me. I always listen to projects a second time with headphones. So that being said, could this change? Yes. Am I the end all and beginning of fucking music criticism? No. God, no, I'm not. So hold it. Don't fucking come for me, Jesus. Just because something doesn't click with me doesn't mean it's a bad song. So that being said, let's get into Is It a Crime featuring Kali Uchis. I don't know too much about Kali Uchis. She had an album come out where it was blue. All I remember is that it was blue and she was possibly wearing something red. And one of my old friends tried to get me into it, and it just wasn't. I wasn't ready for a sound like that. As of right now, I would love to go through and listen to some of her work and see where it stands with me personally. But yeah, so I'm excited because this will be a new experience. Oh, I'm really fucking with this one so far. Oh, this is gorgeous, huh? So she's saying she don't give a fuck about what her friends are saying, what they're seeing from the outside. Like I said many times on this channel, your friends' opinions are way more important than a motherfucker that you've been with for a few months. And I will stand by that till the day I die. But yeah, it sounds like she doesn't really give a fuck what her friends are seeing, and she's wanting to know if he is even contemplating the fact that, you know, so many people are not wanting them together, but the fact is they are together, and what his opinion is on that. If he thinks maybe they're going in the right direction, or if he thinks that they are trying too hard. I think it's lyrically very interesting. It's sonically, it's absolutely pulled me in 100%. Okay. Don't come for me, but at first her voice, Kali Uchis, I was like, on this beat, but then it clicked. It automatically clicked after that. Some say a girl maybe shouldn't put her cards on the table. Well, I'm a woman, not a girl. Stand up. Fuck, this is nice, huh? Oh, I really like this. Oh my god. Wow, absolutely adored that production. Their voices together were insane. She ends it, you know, well, the entire song essentially is asking, is it a crime to fall in love a couple times? It depends on, to me personally, it depends on if you've acted on it yet, or if y'all have already been together and it didn't work out, but you fall in love with that person again. It really depends on why the relationship fell apart in the first place, whether or not you acted on it at all. But so without knowing that context, I can't really give too much in depth. But I liked it. That was insane. I could definitely see myself listening to that a lot. All right, this is track 5, Burning Blue. One thing about me, you put the word blue in the track title, and I'm gonna be salivating. So let's see. I'm nervous. I was hoping she was going to keep up this little melody, and she did. Every single dollar in your last 2 cents that I will too, and I mean it. You got to defend yourself out here. If someone becomes comfortable with you taking all the blows, you know, constantly, especially if you're fighting with your partner a lot, if they get comfortable with you not really fighting back, then that leads to very bad things. So you have to get your 2 cents in too. That sounds like really bad advice. I need to word it differently, but fuck it. I'm all wet. I'm wet too. This song is making me wet. So y'all are gonna pause and listen to me sing. Yes, ma'am. Well, that was track 5, Burning Blue. And I see one name and one name alone in the writing credits. Thank you, Mariah. Looks like her last name is Buckles, Mariah Buckles. That is very southern, and I love it. Wow, what a crazy two-track run. Is It a Crime followed by Burning Blue? That is yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, we are on track 6, All I Want plus In Pursuit. The first little two-song combined little gig she did with track 2, United Nations, A Thousand Ways to Die, didn't really. I thought you already know what I thought. So let's see what this one has to offer. I'm intrigued. Wow, so far it's a lot of songs with her uh, basically begging this person, telling this person, if you fuck up, I'm gonna fuck up too. You fight me, I'll fight back. And also a lot of just please don't push me to that point though, which I like. I really do like. I love actually. I think that is a very interesting narrative to continue throughout an album, not just keep centered to one song and one song alone. What I'm learning is that Mariah the Scientist would be a very easy artist to relax to, listening wise. Whether the lyrical content pertains to you or not, sonically, it's just, it puts you in such a calm mindset. My part, I played it, but I won't chase you. No chasing. Little breakdown. Oh my god, I summoned it. Where's it gonna go? I wouldn't put a star next to it. Melodically, it wasn't really doing much for me. Chorus wise, again. Production was pretty. I am fully immersed in the atmosphere that she's built for us. But, yeah, I don't know. The melody wasn't really clicking for me. Um, Lyrically, it was nice. It was pretty. It's a hopeful song pertaining to relationships. So that's nice. It's not like all somber, sad. I'm gonna, you know, myself because you left me, shit like that. So I truly appreciate that. This is track 7, More. When I was writing this track down, for some reason, sometimes when you just look at a song on a track list, you're like, ooh, this is it. This is the one. I'm going to love this one. So I'm excited. But that's not going to affect whether or not I genuinely enjoy it or not. Just want to say that. Let's go. Giving Demi Lovato. Disney years. I'm a fucking genius. I'm loving this song so far. Lyrically, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really keeping up because I am on a fucking journey with this sonically. Also, I want to say that I have to keep my mind keeps being like, this is about Young Thug, this is about Young Thug, and I keep pushing it away. It's not affecting though. It's not affecting my opinion and my enjoyment of this music. So, oh, this sound, it's giving New York. It's giving Sarah Jessica Parker at the end of a movie. I know I've said that before in a reaction, but it's so vivid. Mm. There's got to be more, something to calm mine. I've been everywhere but home, from here to Rome, and still I was denied for wanting love, wanting to live life. Instead, I was all alone, and all along it was me, myself, and I. And I've had plenty friends that all seem to come and go, and I've known many loves, but none that I can call home. That I've had plenty friends that all seem to come and go. Shout out Dylan. To my journey of sobriety. I have been in the past. I was a very mean person, very off-putish, very not great when I was not journeying towards sobriety. So I have lost many, many, many people along the way. That being said, I don't, and I've got plenty since, despite all of my mistakes. I'm not gonna let that lyric go by without saying something about it. We are allowed to grow, we are allowed to learn, and we are allowed to become a better person. Everybody has made countless mistakes throughout their life. It's the people that truly love you and care about you that stick along for the journey and forgive you and let you grow, let you learn. Because you're doing the same for that person as well. So it blends very well together. We can be better people, and it's okay to have been a bad person as long as you've grown. If you're still doing the same shit, the same for you. But yeah. Oh, this sounds like a song playing before like the credits of a movie. The flavor. So far, More is my favorite track. More is my favorite track. And then it would be followed by Is It a Crime? And then Burning Blue. More is definitely giving TED Talk, but I love a good TED Talk song. Trust me. Eat that shit up. Very beautiful. Lyrically, very heavy, but also very beautiful at the same time. Sonically, fuck, that shit pulled me in. She built up and she fucking delivered after pulling us up that mountain. She dropped us right off the cliff because that shit was good as hell. All right, this is track 8, Rainy Days. She pulled us up the mountain, dropped us off, and she's about to drag us through the mud, huh? I'm assuming this is going to be a sad song. Oh, that was beautiful. I stare at an open sky and pray for rain, hopeful like the flowers, but they feel the same way. Tell me love and hatred doesn't coexist. Surely I'll reply that's what resentment is. Love and hatred coexisting, leading to resentment. That is a very powerful, very powerful result from that thought process. Wow, that's a very, very beautiful way to think of that. Loving someone so much, but not agreeing with everything they do, whether they've hurt you so bad or hurt you in little ways. It all builds up in the end, but you still love them, and that leads to resentment. I love that. Wow. I was naive, not ignorant. And you can hear the sadness. This is giving like early 2000s, huh? To me. And still I pray for love instead of common sense. Don't know if I'm standing behind you on that one, Mariah, but this production is great. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, that was fucking gorgeous. Wow. Lyrically, I don't think I have the correct words to express what I am interpreting the song as. She's basically just asking, To me, as of right now, off of first listen, this could totally be wrong, but asking someone, did you really think that I wouldn't possibly leave this relationship if you ever thought I would ever have a bad day? Did you think I was always going to be positive? Or did you always think that we were going to be perfect, that we weren't going to have things fucking this up? And you know what I mean? See? Okay, this is track 10, Like You Never. I'm excited. Heard I was a loner, but he appreciated my growth. That's nice. Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Oh, lyrically, I lost her. She left me in the fucking dust. That's okay. I am not complaining. Holy shit. That was beautiful. Oh, that had me moving. That had me moving. I'm sweating a little bit. I'm sweating. Track 10, No More Entertainers. I'm interested. This title is intriguing me. I will say on this channel, I do put a little bit of weight on a closing track. I love a good closing track. It's supposed to wrap everything up for us in a nice little bow and send us on our way. So let's see what she has in store. Like I said, I'm intrigued by the name of the song. So shout out Texas. People love Texas, huh? They're writing about that shit all the time. Time was wasted. Hell yeah. I love you. I love you. How we go from fussing to fucking. I'll tell you what, toxicity. I don't want to pause this because sonically I am so enveloped in this right now. I don't know why the word vibe is so cringy to me when in a song, but I mean, obviously I don't care. The song is gorgeous. Time was motherfucking wasted, Mariah. Get up though, get up. We have a quarter of the song left. I'm like, what the fuck is about to happen? It's gotta be beautiful, whatever it is. Beautiful strings. Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns. Well, that was track 10, No More Entertainers. Beautiful closing track. So sparse sonically, but I love songs like that, especially for closing. If you can carry yourself lyrically, it leads up to such a fine wine, fine dine, full dinner experience. And good God, did she fucking deliver. So that was Hearts Sold Separately by Mariah The Scientist. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 tracks. I have 6 stars. I'd say that's fucking great. I think this is my first full length. It definitely is actually my first full length album I've ever listened to by her as an artist. My favorites are more Like You Never, No More Entertainers, and Burning Blue, and Is It a Crime? But I would, if I had to choose a top three, it would be more Like You Never, No More Entertainers. Sure to change, sure to change. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I'm gonna be posting, filming and posting a January Wrapped of all the albums and singles and everything I've listened to so far this year. Look out for that. And you should watch my other reactions if you want to. If you don't want to, nothing I can do about that. But I love you. I appreciate your time. Time is the most precious thing you can offer anyone. I'm so grateful for it. And yeah, like and subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, maybe consider leaving a likey poo. You are blessed. We are all blessed, even if it's in the little ways, and we should remember that. And I had a wonderful journey, and I'm ready to listen to this a second time with headphones. All right. I love you all.